fucking hope it works.
It better do.
He fucking wants to do. Or it's all Nick's fault. 'Cause I've done everything. I've been early. I played by the book. I've done everything. That's it. We're live. I don't know if they can hear everybody. Whatever. I don't know.
Yes, we are live.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're on fucking time.
Yes,
Nick.
Yes.
Yes, you might as well delete the hashtag Jay's fault now, then.
We did it. We did it. What's going on, everybody?
Is it all good though? Yeah. Stream good. Yes. Stream
Yeah.
health's good. Quality's good.
Yes, I know. Holy shit, die thing. We're on time.
I mean, better than normal. Look, I'll count 1 minute. I don't even count that, all right? It's fine. Well, and look at this. We look professional. Like Jay did all the logos and everything.
I don't know. I can't see. Oh yeah, bloody hell.
Oh yeah, she says.
Now we got to get people going in chat.
Right, how are we all doing anyway?
It's early. We can still blame Joe for something. Cheers. Thank you.
Just, I'm keeping my toes crossed right now. Just let's put it that way.
They're that big. They're like the Gruffalo's toes.
It's the ring. It's the ring.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? We got Street Sleeper, Gamigin, Mad Hatter Vape Reviews, Dire Thing, Claire Truella, Tempestas. Man, there's some tough names in chat tonight. Jason Smith, that's an easy one. Andy 1974, Dan Demure, Artistic Chaos, Josh Viana, Matthew Sweetman, and Mark Foster right now checking in, as well as Colette and Vaping with Ken. Hey,
Yo, yo, yo.
yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, Ken.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Super Awesome Vape Show episode 38, where we are on time this week.
We're on
That's
time,
the
but I
rare
haven't
thing.
got
We don't-
nothing set.
we don't know what to talk about. And everyone had the stream muted and live chat, so wow.
Oh no, I ain't done the live chat.
Oh, okay. Jay, it's all Mike's fault then.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm off the hook.
Well, should we go? Well, let's just first start off by saying a big welcome to our new official co-host, Mr. Aden Little Bro Vapes. Welcome, Aden.
Because
Thank
of the
you very much,
weather, we'll make sure it's a warm welcome. Well, it's already naturally that, so
Yeah, it's
A
a warm
warm-
welcome.
yeah.
That is proper Essex corn there.
I thought you were about to start playing guitar or something. I was taking it out of his bag.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is that? It looks like a ukulele or
I was past that, ukulele. It's going to be doing Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Oh no, this is my backpack.
So, Aiden, why don't you start us off with your buffet? What you got vaping on?
The buffet of what we have, the breathly. Even though I can't say that word properly. We're starting off with the Kilo. I'm going to be reviewing this soon. It's alright, I quite like it. Mouths along, obviously. I'm not getting loads off of it though. You know, like sometimes you get plenty off of it. I'll let you try this when we were at Expo, Jay.
What's
You
that?
want- the Kilo.
Yeah, well, it's a bit
You want overly
spitty.
impressed?
I found it a bit spitty.
Yeah. It's not overly the best one I've tried out of the pod systems. Like, I don't know if you remember back in October's Expo. I don't know if you went round the corner stands. They had the little mod that looked like Crichton's head off of Red Dwarf,
Red Dwarf, yeah.
and it's called the Magic Mod. And I ended up, I waited till the Sunday to buy it. I just like the look of it and the feel to it. And I've got that with a Wasp Nano on it. With a little bit of Dinner Ladies Summer Holiday range, which is the Guava Sunrise. Really nice this, I really do like it. It's nice and fresh, fruity, it's nice for the summer. And then I am on the Vape Soul with the Serpent on it. And I don't know if you remember this Vape Soul. Did any of you lot get it to review?
Nope.
It was the mod that's got Bluetooth built into it, and you connect it to your phone, so you can either find your phone with your mod, or you can find your mod with your phone.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it rings. It's quite a bit of a gimmick. That's all it is.
It rings. Oh, 1 minute. Here. Hello? Yeah.
You know what the trouble is? You walk to the bar, you know, you've got your phone, and you leave your phone over there, and you take your vape with you to the bar. If you go so far, and it sort of starts ringing, it starts vibrating. You're leaving your phone, or you're leaving your vape. So you haven't got a load of distance on it. And on that one, I'm on the lick juice. So it's nice to have a juicy lick. And it is the drip dab, and it's the lolly dipped in lemon sherbet. Really, really nice stuff, this. I really do like it. Then I'm on the Puma with the Aladdin RDA on it. I love this mod. It's so floaty, innit? There's just no weight to it at all. The review coming out for this.
I love it.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And on that, I've got a little bit of Cheshire Creamery. It's the raspberry souffle. Nice. The raspberry's really nice. It's a candied raspberry with like a little bit of the creaminess, you know, like a vanilla ice cream behind it. It's creamy. I'm still on, which the review's coming out tonight for this, which is the limited edition, the Custard Company with jam in. It's the blueberry jam custard. This stuff is beautiful. I've just hammered it.
I need to get some of that.
Really, really nice.
Mate, seriously, that is something else. I'm telling you. I left my mech mods up there, and that's fucking sitting there with them. I might have to go and get them.
I've got the wall crawler with the Wasp Nano on there as well. It's a lovely screen on that as well. I love the screen on the wall crawler. Single 18650. And the last one but not least is the Lux Tocket. I can't say it properly.
Luxonic.
I don't like the RDA on it. It's a bit muted flavour on it, so I'm going to change the RDA. And in that I have got some Freezy Lemon Orange Mandarin. Nearly at the end of that's really nice. So for me, that is it. Who are we going to next?
I don't know. Hand it off.
Hello?
Just hand it off to someone. Just go, hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike, it's you.
It's me. Okay. But short and sweet tonight again. I'm on the
Like his hair.
GCRS V-Boy with the Aroma Miser Plus. In that one, I've got the IVG's Sweet Spearmint Millions. And then I've got the Purging Fulsar with the Bonza on the top with a set of Shane's Big Boy Coils Mech Aliens in there. And in that, I'm using 6 Licks Melon on the Mind. And I'll also be changing to, what is it called? Truth or Pear. From
Nice.
6 Licks also. That's me for tonight. The rest of it is all packed, ready for tomorrow. And I will palm it off to Nicholas.
Right. I'm actually kind of short and sweet. Short and sweet for me. The Rage with the Drop Dead on top. This is a little vlog preview. You'll be seeing me unbox this tomorrow in the vlog.
The bottle's really good on that, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, everything except for this bottom little hingy piece, because I cannot, for the life of me... Oh, okay, maybe it's loosening up, but yeah, this thing here is super annoying. And every time I push it, it squeezes juice into the top, so it's a little bit annoying, but it's nice and squishy and soft and pleasant. But in there I've got... What? Oh...
So squidgy and fuzzy, and it sounded like my wife. I'm like in bed.
After show. All right. I've got some summer holidays as well. This is the Guava Sunrise, and yeah, really digging this stuff. The next one I've got is the Mage 217 with the OBS Engine V2 on top of there, and yeah. I've had this for a while and I haven't even put a build in it until recently, so this is a really good RTA. Top airflow, no wicking issues, no loud whistle or anything like that, no leaking, gurgling, nothing. So really digging that. And in there I've got some Hometown Hero Just Strawberry Punch from their Just range, and it's a very simple strawberry flavor, really not much else to it, but I am digging it. I've got the old Immortal Mods grip with the Dead Rabbit challenge cap, the butcher cap up top of there.
Looks like a lightsaber.
Yeah. The tip actually glows in the dark too, so yeah. In there I've got the very last of the Jam Monster, and I'll be switching over to French Vanilla Brown Sugar, which is, oh, man, it's like one of the only dessert flavors I can vape. Then I've got the old Drip Tech, or not Drip Tech, it's now Defiant Designs, TS, triple parallel mod, aka Purple People Eater, with the Tenacious TX vapes and Times vapes Reverie on top of there. In here, I've got some 12 Monkeys Matata Iced from their Ice Age range, and yeah, this stuff is delicious, man. I've been going through this like crazy. And last but not least, I've got the little Me Pod, the new and improved pods, guys. This is another little vlog sneak peek here, but they actually put a silicone pad in the bottom of their pods to prevent leaking and to prevent auto firing, and it works. So no auto firing as of yet. Flavor is just as good, airflow is just as good. Everything else, I'm digging. So this is it's called Unity, I believe, from their, what is it, Rave thing? Their little, shiny ones. But yeah, in here I've got some Brew lemon and lime lolly, 18 milligram Nick salt, and it is doing wonders right now. Loving it. So that's me. And Jay's, we have to pause. Here, just watch the pour. Ooh.
Yeah.
Lovely Jay.
He's got a very big head on that.
Just how I like it. Loads of it.
Tash after show.
Oh man.
See,
All right, Jay.
Nick's rubbing off on you already. Right, quickly. Just about to talk. Right.
Hello, Jack.
Sorry guys, 1 minute. Did you have a good time? Yeah? Alright. Come and see me.
Super awesome kids show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
2 minutes, and I thought he brought a midget on
See,
the show.
I should have went longer. I should have had more setups to talk about.
Right.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
Well, I haven't slowed down on mine.
So, I've actually left my mech mods up there like an idiot, but I've got my Mongol, my Apocalypse up there with that blue raspberry jam custard, or blueberry jam custard, should I say, which is amazing. And I have got my Timekeeper up there with a Lucid on top, and I have got the Peach Blaz in there. I'm gonna have to go and get that in a little minute. But mouth to lung devices, so
When the fuck did you get a timekeeper?
What do you mean?
You said you got your timekeeper up there.
I might. I don't know. I might be. Anyway, right. So you thrown me off. He's thrown me off coming in there. Anyway,
Might be a timekeeper.
I have got my Puma with my Nautilus on top, and I've got Nick Salts in there.
Of course.
What else have I got? Oh, I've got my Me Pod, obviously, with some, I can't remember which one's in there. It's one of the blue, I think it's the blue bubble gum from home. Nick, what was that one that you had just a minute ago?
Lemon and lime.
Who's it by?
Homebrew.
That's it, Homebrew.
Jesus
So
Christ.
that's the bubble. Oh mate, I've got other things going on. I've got people doing shit over there right now. Like my wife's at the door and all sorts of shit. Anyway, so I've also picked one of these bad boys up this week.
Breeze 2.
Breeze 2.
Do you know when I first saw it? It looks like one of them things, you know, when you used to get your library book stamped? Cha-chink. That's what it reminds me of.
It looks like a highlighter.
Yeah, a dobber.
But yeah, this is actually quite good, and I have got some strawberry whip elements in there, and I've got my Me one with obviously some more Nick Salts. What have I got in there? That is
Of course.
Watermelon Chill. So
Just
yeah,
curious,
that's
are you still on them like sort of mixing stuff where you've like found loads of your Nick Salts because you're running out and you've mixed them all together?
Oh no, not yet. That's to come.
Oh man,
That is to come later on. That's going to be the cocktail.
you need to order some. Just order some. It's
Yeah.
okay. I know you're a reviewer, and you
No,
have pride, and you said, "I'm a reviewer."
No, I've got some coming. I've just got to wait.
It's like when you used to be on the stinkers and you used to get to like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you'd run out of fags. Start going around ashtray.
Oh, mate.
Oh. Dude, I've seen people do that, and that's just disgusting.
Yep.
Oh, that is
I
bad.
tell you what, you should see half of Britain. They're all looking down on the floor, looking for tab ends. Most of them.
Wow.
You go around. Honestly, if you go around I'm telling you, any city, there's loads of them just walking around with their heads down, looking for tab ends. It's £14 a packet.
Wow.
Really?
No, it's about 10, 12 quid, isn't it? Now I don't know.
That's still,
What's
that's
that? The cost of
Cigarettes.
fags. Down here, Marlboros are $13.99 a pack.
wow. Oh my god. Like around here, they're like $10, which is like what, 7 quid?
Cheap.
About that, yeah.
So, yeah,
But you still
man.
get the cheaper brands are roughly around about that, can't you?
The
You know, like your Mayfairs or whatever they are.
Mayfairs and Rothman Royals down around here are, yeah, they're about a tenner a pack.
Read Conway's.
I know.
Con-
Mr. Shed, Mr. Coach, Mr. Happy, Mr. Yank.
What's up, Philip?
Mr. Yank, that's my porn name.
Mr. Yankees chain.
That's not very good though, is it? If you're called Mr. Yank.
I know.
What are you
Just man-
yanking?
Just means he's on the pole every night.
Yeah. Because he's a big yanker.
Are you married, Nick?
No.
Don't worry about it. When you get married, you'll be Mr. Yank.
What's up, Mo? What's up, Chris? How you doing, people?
What's going on, man?
Hey, Chris.
Why did I read Chris's thing as good evening from shit? What's the guy's name? The director, Alfred Hitchcock.
I have got no clue.
You don't know Alfred Hitchcock?
I thought you suddenly got
I don't know him personally. I know of him.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, but never mind. Just how I read it. All right, that's what was going through my head.
Hey.
And Vaping with Ken says Nick loves reading long hashtags and telling dad jokes while scratching his nose because it suddenly started itching. My nose itches a lot, and especially when it's like dry. Right now it's pretty dry, so yeah, my nose itches a lot. But I am terrible at dad jokes. That's something I need to like get better at or something.
But that's the whole thing of it. Dad jokes are terrible, so you're actually good at it.
No, but I can't even tell a dad joke. I can't even like get it right. I screwed it up on Vape Stew the other night.
It's a fucking dad joke. How can you screw it up?
All right, you want me to tell? I got it down now.
Come on,
so
man.
like I had to go on. So a bear and a rabbit are in the woods taking a shit, and the bear says to the rabbit, "Hey, do you ever have a problem with getting shit stuck to your fur?" And the rabbit says, "No."
No.
So- The bear grabs the rabbit and wipes his ass with him. So there you go.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's not quite like that, but you got nearly there.
That's pretty close. I got it completely backwards last time, and it just didn't. It wasn't funny at all. Like
What?
I mean,
The rabbit picked the bear up, wiped his ass on it.
yeah.
And Matt Chandler, you knob jockey, I am not that old, thank you very much.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
You know, it goes to work on a school bus.
Well, if Alfred Hitchcock works on a fucking school bus, them kids have got some fucked up heads.
Yeah, they were going to see the birds every week.
Wow. Fucking hell.
Right. So, what's in the news, gentlemen?
Well,
What about the TPD?
screwing us all over again, especially the people that are squonking.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, what? Like, they're eliminating the silicone plugs in tanks, so you can't just get away with putting a little plug in and pop it out, and you've got your 5 mil there. Then you've got, like, pissed off at someone.
I was saying you had one swanker.
Nope. I was meaning right fucking there, Tom
No, I
Meredith.
You got no silicone plugs and tanks. You have 2 mil squonk bottle maximum, which is ridiculous. And they're basically like eliminating a lot of like the loopholes to the TPD. So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
They need to go back behind their desks and stop getting in people's faces. From what I've read, nothing's set in stone at the moment. It's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's going to be.
But it's just some pen pusher that needs to remove his head from his arse and stop worrying about what other people are doing.
Do you just feel that they're actually just trying to be awkward just for the sake of it? I don't see what the problem is. What does it make a difference of 3 mil? If it were 3 inch, I could understand it, but 3 mil, there's no difference. I can't see what it's going to stop. What, you know what I mean? Is that what's behind it? What's the thought behind it? Why? I could understand the TPD when it first came in and went to 2 mil tanks, because obviously the data that they had before, a lot of people were vaping on 50-50, weren't they? So it didn't take as long. But now obviously you've got the IVG stuff. You're going through it so fast, you're filling up constantly.
Yeah.
And I just can't see what the point behind it is. You're not stopping people or calming people down vaping. It's just they're having to fill up the bottles faster.
Yeah, it's just one of the things they're trying to. I don't know. I can't even think of it from someone else's point of view. Like, it just don't make sense.
Do you think it could push people towards dripping though? Like in the sense that like tanks are useless now, squonking is useless now. Might as well just drip.
Well, the thing about obviously your tanks and stuff like that, if you're going to work or if you can't constantly be hanging around a bottle with you, especially, you know what I mean, and keep dripping, you need to be able to put it in your pocket or out like that. It just makes it very inconvenient. Obviously, I know the pod systems are all out, but it just seems to make it inconvenient, doesn't it? There's nothing behind it. I can't see the point of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good point as well. Is it going to push people more towards pod systems?
Yeah, maybe.
That's my thinking. But then
Probably.
I don't understand why the limit of 2 mil. Like, what is the significance of that? I mean, like you said, it's kind of like an old school thing because tanks back in the day didn't need any more than 2 mil because people only vaped 2 mil a day. You know, now people are vaping 20, 30 plus mils a day. And, you know, they need something with a higher capacity for even their commute to work and back. So
it's the same thing as 30 mil bottles. What's the difference? Why go down to 10 mil bottles? What was the thought behind that? And there's a massive, great big push about plastic at the minute, isn't there? About not putting plastic around. But what you're going to do, you're just going to use 33 bottles of 10 mil, aren't you?
But Vaping Irish just put a comment there. Who owns most of the pod systems? If that's where they're trying to push you towards.
very true. Always follow the money. At the end of the day, just follow the money. Look who owns the big corporations that own stock in, you know, these pod systems. Like, look at what is it? That just got bought out over there. That they're doing a big push. The blue e-cig one that they were doing for £1. You know, it's compliant. It's owned by Big Tobacco, and they're pushing for that, and they're pushing people to like buy those instead of actual mods. And it's the same kind of thing is kind of happening over here with the nicotine taxes, like nicotine per milliliter. So there was a tax that just got put into law in New Jersey that's 10 cents per milliliter. Now, it's not going to hurt the pod systems because they're under 1 milliliter of liquid. So their tax is going to be almost nothing. And comparing that to a vape shop that carries 10,000 bottles of juice on their shelves, and they have to pay back taxes on their stock that they have in right now. So you're talking millions of dollars of just off of the shelf inventory, and then going forward 10 cents or per milliliter for a 100 ml bottle. That's an extra $1 a bottle. So, right, math is escaping me. 10 cents per milliliter. No, that's $10, isn't it? I can't do math. Not in my head, at least. But anyways, you're talking about prices going up, and you're talking about the least damage to the pod system industry, which is owned by Big Tobacco. I mean, I'm speaking as far as, like, you know, certain brands, the Blue, Views, Mark 10, those kind of like tobacco company owned pod systems. I'm not talking about the 1K that you got there, Aden, or the Sorens and stuff like that. I'm talking about like the closed pod systems that they sell cartridges for in gas stations and things like that. So $10 per 100. Thank you, Bronco Monk. I'm dumb.
Just while we're talking about obviously the pod systems, did you see this one at Expo, the Spod?
The hell is that?
Right, obviously like how that horrible company, which we're not going to talk about, Big Tobacco, do it. It's the same sort of idea, but actually for e-juice. So you've got, this is a 2,100 milliamp battery itself. So on the side, you've got how your battery works up and down there, and you can also use it as a charger for your phone. So then when you open it up, you've got another little pod in there. So you fill your pod up, it's refillable, so you fill it up, stick that back into there, if I get it in the right way around. So that has got a 200 mAh battery built into it there, so you can just keep vaping. And when your battery runs out or when you've finished, you just put it back in like that, and it charges it. So you can keep that in your pocket. So you like these, what last you maybe, what did you get out of these, Jay? For about 3 hours?
5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not what you're going to get out of these. Well, this is obviously nice. You're going down to a pub or something like that. It's the same sort of size as a packet.
Some are obviously better than others. Like Bo done a similar sort of system where they had the little flappy casey battery thing where you put the Bo pod system in there to charge it. But the pod used to stick out the top, so while it was charging, you could use it.
Yeah.
Whereas that you've got to close the thing, or.
Well, the good thing about it is obviously you can still leave that on the side. You're still going to get quite a while with a 200 mAh battery in there. You're still going to be able to use it, and then when you've finished, and apparently you get up to about 7 or 8 full charges from it. Not a bad little system.
Nice.
But still, kind of, it defeats the point. If you're forced into something that you don't want, if you don't want the pod system experience, if you go in to a vape shop and say, I want to quit smoking, but I don't want a pod system or whatever, and you have this little tiny tank and you have to fill it 50 times a day, it's still going to be inconvenient, almost as inconvenient as dripping. And, it's just that we need the freedom of choice to be able to get what we need to do done. And that's, getting people off smoking. So some people don't want pod systems. I've seen it so many times that people come into my shop and they don't want anything like the pods. They want something with more battery life. They want something with, bigger clouds and whatnot. And limiting them to basically 2 mil options is stupid. I mean, I don't see the significance of 2 mil. I don't see the significance of 10 mil bottles. What is that like helping? What is that saving? Like, are they concerned that like kids are gonna like break into these things and drink it or something like that? But
I think that was actually the thought about it, was that there was the kids drinking if they only drink obviously 10 mil of it. I don't think there's ever been a death from people drinking nicotine, has there?
The only known case that I know of personally is out of the U.S. where a kid got a hold of actual concentrated nicotine, like 100 milligram per milliliter, like concentrate for DIY, and drank that. And that was the only case that I've ever heard of that someone has ever died from actually drinking nicotine.
Well, that's going to burn him as well, isn't it? It's like drinking bleach.
Yeah, well.
So you're going to put bleach in 10 mil bottles.
But it was like a really young kid, and young kids' systems can't handle that. It just shuts it right down. So that's why it happened. But at the end of the day, it also comes down to a parent's responsibility to keep this out of the hands of the kids. It's like, kids shouldn't even see this. This is an adult product. Put it in a cupboard above the kitchen sink or whatever, and hide it away from them. Keep it out of their reach. Keep it out of their grasp. And I just don't see the reasoning why we have to be so heavily governed of what we can and can't have. It's kind of like the whole like limiting the sugar. Wait, aren't you guys dealing with like a sugar tax or something right now?
Oh my god, it's unbelievable. Oh my days. So obviously we stock drinks from a well-known brand worldwide. Yeah. And what they've done with the sugar tax, they've just made smaller bottles. They're 200ml bottles. They're like little kids' bottles, I swear to God. And they want you to charge. They want you to charge. Holidays are coming. Holidays are coming. Them. So, and they want you to charge £1.50 for the bottle still. It's unfucking believable. 200ml. Mate, I know some people that vape more juice than that. Fucking hell.
How old are you, Jay? I don't know how old you are.
It's not a time to be hitting on me now. We're in the main show, mate.
I was just thinking you're in the age group.
38.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm 39 on Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, I'm 39. So,
woo!
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much. As well as though, if you remember when we were kids, like marathons, what they were called, they were a proper size.
Yeah.
And it's like Pepper-Amis. Can you remember when Pepper-Amis first came out? They were huge, they were about this long. Now, you're big. Before they had wide boys, they're all like that. They were thick, they were meaty, they were big, they were long. But now they're about that big. It's not a Pepper-Ami, that is it? It's a sausage.
It's a diet version.
It's a diet version. If I wanted to diet,
I remember when I was a kid and Big Macs used to be big. Like, you know, like in the summer just gone, or they released the big version of the Big Mac. That's how they used to be. Fucking hell.
What's happening to the world? Everything's going up dearer, but they're making everything smaller.
I know, right?
Now they have like the Junior Mac. I don't know if you guys have it over there, but we have like the Junior Mac now. It's like, wait, it's just a double cheeseburger with like lettuce on it now. It's like, why?
Now, unless your missus is on a diet or something like that, who's going to go there and say, do you know what I'll do? I'll just have a little one.
Chris says, look, American Big Macs are still big, Jay. Yeah, mate. Like, I can remember when I was a kid getting a Big Mac, whether it's because I was smaller or what, I don't know, but Big Macs used to be big. And then all of a sudden, they changed the size of them, and they went to the same size as, like, the quarter pounders. Mate, it's fucking bollocks. And when they bought them out, like, not long ago, they bought out the Big Mac and the Junior Mac to go with it, like, and I was like, fuck me, they've been ripping us off. I was right. They did used to be big. But yeah, it's just fucking...
You know what real cheeses me off with it and all? You know, when you go there and they've got this, like, new stuff out, it's the New York this or that, and you look at the thing and you think, that looks absolutely beautiful. And then when it comes to you, it's all over the place. It's like a 16-year-old kid who's just left school, thought, sod it. Whack, whack, whack. Everything's everywhere. There's all this over. Your gherkins are all stood up and everything. It's like, that does not look like
a picture.
It's all over the joint. It's like, what the hell?
I don't think anyone has ever received a burger from a fast food place that has ever looked like the actual picture. I don't. Well, because I mean, I have a little bit of insight on this because my friend used to be a food photographer, and what they do to food to take those pictures is like you don't even want to know. Like they use super glue to like make it like look glazed. They use like they spritz it with stuff, and like it's just it's gross what they actually do.
Do you know another one that pisses me off? Right, so this is my thing when I go to Mackie D's, right? This is my thing. Large fries. Okay, large fries. They shove the bottom of the fucking box up so they stand up taller. I'm like, that's not large. You better sort that out. What? Mate, you push the bottom up so they stand up taller. Like, that's a medium-sized portion in a fucking large box. You better sort it out. Get the manager. Get the manager.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Push that bottom back out and fill it up with chips.
Yeah, mate.
I don't know about you, John. If anybody else's spills out, you have a little look, you know, you're giving it out. If some spill it out, they're always mine that spills.
If you're dishing, they're yours on the bottom. It's probably me.
Yeah. Yeah, what a rip-off.
Are you still getting echo?
In the vaping world, any more news or anything anybody's seen that they quite like that's coming out?
No, I can't hear Nico now.
Well, next week I've got a Claymore mod coming from Salsa Mods.
Ooh.
So that's due to be posted either tomorrow or Tuesday. So hopefully it'll be posted Tuesday because he's sending it with 24-hour sign for delivery. And no one's home on Tuesday.
Alright, we're still getting an echo from somewhere. Everyone but Jay echoes.
Woo! It's not me!
Still,
You're the one controlling the audio.
I use this system all the time. There's never usually an echo and we use it at the same time.
no idea.
Wait, let me have a little look. See. Right. What's
So
this?
while you're doing that, do you want me to read out an email that Carl Robson sent to this MHRA dude?
1 minute. Is the audio still there or is it gone?
Is Jay double capture?
Nope.
Has it only just come? Because obviously we were fine before.
He ain't got a clue. But they were
Everyone's
saying
quiet except for Jay.
they were saying about quite a lot of feedback noise coming from it, but I guess that's Jay's aircon unit.
Yeah, damn right. Sorry, peeps. Echo's gone, but the volume's low. 1 sec. Let me see about.
Turn the master up and then your mic down.
Alright, 1 sec. Let me try.
Jay's fault.
Oh. What about that? Is it still echoing?
Better now, but a bit quiet.
Nah, I've just changed it again since then.
When is the White Walker mech dropping? That I've got no idea on. I've got ideas up here for mechs.
God help us all.
Whether they get released or not, God only
Are
knows.
you listening, Mike? Nick?
Yeah, there's still. I'm like leaning in, but.
What says that you're listening face?
Yeah. There's still
Echo's back.
echo on everybody except for Jay.
No, Chris is saying aircon quiet. Now it's me who's echoing.
Echoing.
Yeah. No, everyone's echoing except for Jay.
Well, it's obviously the fucking settings then, isn't it?
Got fuck all to do with my settings.
We sound like we're in a concert hall or something.
I don't know what to fucking do.
So has this been like this all the time, or has it just happened?
Wait a minute. Check your Zoom settings, everybody.
Yes, Squire. What would you like to check?
There's a thing for, where is it?
Super awesome Dalek show.
Audio, yes.
See if there's any, like, echo elimination or anything like that. No, guess not.
Settings, audio.
Automatically adjust microphone. How about that?
It could be. No?
Automatically adjust microphone is not checked.
Good.
Oh,
So it's only just happened, so something's obviously changed, it's only just happened.
Yeah, that's weird.
stop the show. Jay can't host. Alright.
No,
Exterminate.
no, nothing wrong with my settings.
We didn't change anything, though. That's the
I didn't, no.
weird thing.
So,
It's probably down to the bloody internet.
Tinternet.
Yeah, internet.
Wait a minute.
Also,
Jay, how are you? You're capturing your audio settings from your system, right?
Right.
Okay. I don't know.
What about if I just turn my mic down a bit?
Yeah,
That's something.
I did turn mine up because people were saying, like, I adjusted all the volumes. Alright, let me turn mine down then. No, because you lot are still echoing. It's not right.
Yeah, yours is fine.
What about now, people?
Yeah.
Sounds. Recording.
Bill, nice to see you, bro.
I can't mute Zoom. I won't be able to fucking hear them.
Levels.
That's how I'm capturing it.
Right, I've turned my microphone down a little bit now. Is that any better?
Sounds like it's coming from speakers, apparently.
Well, mine's literally, well, that's mine turned off. That's my speaker turned off, so I can't hear you. How's that gone?
My sound is only coming from these.
They all sound drunk.
Does that make any difference at all?
Right.
No,
Demo
yeah.
says, whoever is running OBS, me, make sure the only two audio sources is Zoom And
So
your
it's
mic.
not mine then.
Oh,
So
I haven't got Zoom as an
my
audio
actual
source.
speaker's turned off, I can't even
I'm
hear
capturing system settings. Oh, fucking hell. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see. Right. Add.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is a professional show.
Yeah, it is.
How is that this only just started happening? That's what I want to know.
But it's
Yeah,
live.
it's just out of nowhere really happening.
I've noticed it on a few streams lately that people get echoes.
Oh, people, not just us.
No, not just us. There's quite a few streams that do it.
How the fuck do I do this then? Okay. No difference. It's like you're talking in a water pipe.
Yeah. All three of us. We get the shit end of the stick here.
Wow.
Wow.
There's going a bit more lag and it became.
We do now and again.
possible.
I remember once we did a thing and we were muted for about 5 minutes. Look at chat.
Audio.
Usually we just don't have any audio at all.
Output or input? It's got to be an input capture, isn't it? Capture the input of.
Still can't beat Robo Jolie.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, but I haven't got. I can't capture Zoom. Oh, let me have a look. Here we go. Let's do this one now.
You can hear a funny room in the background.
Yeah, that's me.
That's everybody's fans. That you can imagine it's absolutely boiling in England if you're not here.
Yeah, and also if you're hearing a rumbling in the background, don't eat so much curry.
Hey.
You was on about dad jokes, weren't you there, Nick?
Well, I don't know what to suggest. Well, I'm not suggesting anything. I just don't know. Oh, what's this order? This is
The only thing you can do, it's fixed.
Oh my, is it fixed?
Yeah, it sounds better.
Oh my god, I added something, just craziness, and I don't know what I've done. Now I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different mixer bars in the mixer panel.
Alright, well, it sounds better, so let's just leave it until people start complaining again.
It says it's fixed.
Is it loud enough?
Echoing again now, someone's saying.
How's that weird? Something's just because you weren't touching it, were you, Jay?
No.
There's still a slight echo, but it's not nearly as bad.
What, can you hear it?
Yeah, I'm trying to listen. Just a tiny amount of echo. I don't know.
Louder than before, no echo.
Just,
You what?
I don't know.
Alright, shall I just crack on and read this email that Carl Robson sent to the bloke?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh no, we're going back to Big Macs, aren't we?
No, we didn't get an email.
I just ordered.
He's put, Dear MHRA, regarding your recent pronouncement on squonk devices and squonk bottles, I can only assume two things. One, an ignorance of the law and devices you are tasked to police, or two, an attempt at an executive overreach land grab of an area where you have no legal jurisdiction. You define the squonk bottle as a juice reservoir for an RDA device. This argument is flawed. The juice reservoir of an RDA device is the juice well of the device itself, usually between 1 and 2 ml liquid capacity, replenished through a refill bottle, either gravity fed from above or pressure fed from below in the case of a squonk mod. In either case, the bottle is not directly attached to the RDA device. It is either contained about the user's person, or in the case, as in the case of dripping from the top, or stored within a convenient receptacle inside a squonk mod.
We've got bad echo again, 1 minute. Hold that thought right there.
Now there's no sound at all. I'm telling you, it's internet issues, it's not the problem with the settings.
Jay, it's nothing you're doing, bro, is it?
No, I can still hear it on the stream.
Right, 1 minute, I'm gonna... Right, you guys will still be able to hear me, they just won't. You just don't... just write a sign back in 5 minutes. Hold it up. Intermission. Right, output audio.
Did you stop the stream and restart?
Nah. Right, let me just fucking... The audio's going. The audio's going to go for a minute.
Could be YouTube problems because I feel like YouTube's doing things behind the scenes.
Right. So all I've got on
But
now.
now I have no echo. I can still hear us on the stream.
Can you?
Yeah.
My bro's now saying fixed.
Yeah. Hashtag fixed. You got to remember what you do, Jay. Yeah. No echo anymore.
Fuck you, Nick. It's fucking pressure. I'm a pot gonna explode.
The problem is Jay doesn't know what he did.
I do.
Okay, fine.
I removed everything apart from my desktop audio, which you're coming through because I've got it through here, not my main speakers, and my audio, which goes through there directly to them.
Yeah, that's what Ken said like 10 minutes ago.
I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna fucking hurt you. But every other week we've done it, there's been an extra one that I've had at the bottom that was capturing something else, and that's how I was adjusting the master volume for everything.
No, there's a master volume slider in OBS.
Don't fucking mate. Oh, mate, I'm gonna come over there.
Suck on them, Nick Salt. Suck on them, Nick Salt.
Thank you.
Shall I carry on?
Grind them balls. Grind them balls.
Yes, carry on.
Nick, I was only pretending. We're friends.
He carries on to say, if the refill bottle was directly or permanently attached to the RDA device, I would agree with your definition and pronouncement, but this is not the case. It is a refill bottle, an indirect accessory not notifiable under the Tobacco and Regulated Product Regulations 2016.
Put
The only-
Ralph muted. Doesn't matter.
Hey, what? You what?
Did you say there? I'm muted. Don't matter though.
Oh, right.
I'll do it by sign language.
Where the fuck was I? The only regulation of refill bottles under TRPR is they be no bigger than 10 mil, not 2 mil, and that only applies to bottles sold pre-filled with nicotine-containing liquid, which does not apply to squonk bottles. A refill bottle is a refill regardless of location or orientation. It can be inside a storage receptacle in a device, a user's pocket, the hidden drawer of the Resolute desk, or duct taped parallel to the plane of the surface of the earth, or to the nipple of a yak.
Okay. Wait, that's verbatim? That's what it says?
It does not become a juice reservoir for an atomizer any more than it becomes the exact replica of the Holy Grail or an industrial strength mains operated porn star endorsed sex toy. Once
in
you
your sex pod.
Sexy vape, there it is.
as well. Once you accept that basic premise, you will then understand why the juice bottle in a squonk mod device, an RDA atomizer device kit, should not affect the status of whether a device should be approved as notified or not. A second flaw in your pronouncement is that most squonk mod devices do not come with an RDA atomizer device. So, under the Act as passed by Parliament, do not require notification at all. They are outside. Hang on, where am I? So, are outside your remit. The scope of the TRPR and the size restriction under law. The squonk mod without atomizer could be fitted with a 1 litre refill bottle and sold without risk of seizure or prosecution unless Parliament changes the law. In short, to quote lauded lyricist, sartorial-born Vivant, the serial tax dodger MC Hammer, you can't touch this.
Tax dodger.
And then he just says, thank you for your time in reading this, and I hope it goes some way towards educating you regarding the devices you are tasked with policing. I do this as a community service, as I am sure you are aware. Ignorance of the law is no defence. So all I can say is put that in your pipe and smoke it, you fuckwit.
That was awesome.
You should have said put it in your tank and vape it. Would have been better.
Yeah. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. It's a vape.
Come on, man.
All I can say really is nice one, Carl Robson, for that one.
Brilliant read. There you go.
So is everybody's volumes, like, not you guys, I'm on about chat now, is everybody, are all our volumes nice? Can you hear us all nice? Is it all sorted? No echo, yeah? I just want to clarify.
I've turned mine up where I think it should be turned up.
I'm listening again.
You have to wait for that 10-second delay, like, but...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Jay. Yes, 100%. Okay, lovely.
All right. Anyways, I know a lot of people are going to want me to talk about what's going on with the FDA comments right now, because the news just broke yesterday that over 60% of them are fake comments that are anti-vaping, and this is something that just kind of happened. So apparently, there are 255,000 fake comments submitted to the FDA in like anti-vaping comments, and they all kind of follow like 3 or 4 different main like structures, and all of those 255,000 comments have no first or last name on them, so they're anonymous, and they all kind of fit the bill to the things that tobacco-free kids, campaign for tobacco-free kids, have been saying for years, basically. So what happened was, what we suspect happened was that they saw that the end of the comments period was coming up very quickly, and they didn't have nearly enough anti-vaping comments submitted. So they actually paid someone like a service to actually submit all of these comments. And this, what it could potentially do, I mean, one, the FDA knows about this and they are looking into it, but they're also delaying the process because you can't submit comments anymore. Like, the system is so bogged down that you can't just submit your comments like usual. And it could potentially, the whole thing could be potentially gone. They could potentially just go, screw it, we are not sorting through all these comments. It's taking us ages to do so. They were publishing hundreds of comments a day. Like, I think they were going a few hundred comments a day they were publishing when everything was going fine. And then as soon as this attack started, they are now publishing 0 comments a day. So, yeah, we suspect that it's the anti-vaping groups like Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids trying to disrupt the system, trying to interrupt the normal flow of things, and obviously they're on the fence. They're up against the fence because they didn't get any or very many anti-vaping comments, and we were able to garner thousands of pro-vaping comments. So this is definitely a tactic. The other thing they could have done was put in some pro-vaping comments as fake comments as well, to kind of double cross us, I suppose. Like, just go, oh look, they're doing it too, even though it was under the same sort of campaign. But nowhere near the volume of fake comments that were received that are anti-vaping. So you're talking 250,000 fake comments here, and that is a big deal. So yeah, definitely slimy, definitely not cool. And all this hard work that we've put in for the past couple of months, getting people to comment on flavored tobacco products to the FDA and say that flavors helped us and not to potentially ban them, could be for nothing. So
it's the same way here. I'm going to put 2 bits of how that works. We've got a thing called, over here, I'm sorry, it's going back to food. We've got a thing called Just Eat, and you've got a review in there. And when there's a brand new restaurant or something like that, or a crappy restaurant, they all go under new management. and then they'll have loads of comments in the review section, all from Pete, Dave, Steve, Mary, Jane, and all that. Just the front name saying this is absolutely fantastic, the food's amazing, absolutely great. So you're getting them fake comments. You know, they've just got a member of the family to just go and do loads of them. It's exactly the same sort of thing that's been happening there, obviously. And it's the same thing as we were talking about last week. They're getting people on YouTube to go around to flag people up about the channels and paying them for it. It's in the same sort of ballpark, isn't it?
Yeah. Except this is not an uncommon thing. Apparently, there are like companies out there that do mass media like campaigns, right? But what they normally do is go out to the public and get, you know, people's statements and sign them and whatnot, and then input them into the proper channels. So they'll actually go out and send people out all over the place to just get people to sign like a petition or something, or, you know, a little piece of paper, just like, hey, what do you think about flavored tobacco products? Boom, write it down, name, all that stuff. And then they take that data and plug it into the computer system like that. So, and that way it kind of boosts the numbers. But in this sort of sense here, it seems to me like more of an attack. And I feel like they knew exactly what they were doing to try to push their message through. And, you know, it's messed up. It sucks. And I don't know what exactly is going to happen. But at least we caught it. It didn't go through and like the ending date happened and all of a sudden there's 250,000 fake anti-vaping comments and there's not nearly that many pro-vaping comments, and all of a sudden flavor ban nationwide. So luckily they caught it, they know about it, they know about the situation, and hopefully something changes. Like, I hope they get rid of those comments. I hope they don't destroy the whole system and all that, because that would be very bad. Like, that would be really damaging. And if they do get rid of it, then they could just go through with whatever they were going to do anyways and just say, we tried, you guys screwed it up. I just hope that doesn't happen.
No. Are you asleep there, Jay?
Oh, no, I'm playing.
What?
Too much info.
Stop what you're doing.
My hands are on my little mouse.
No.
Mod.
Where's your good hand? Fanny coming through.
And Dire Thing says 233,000 comments from 3 addresses in 72 hours should have been detected and blocked if anybody was doing their job. You're talking about the government. You're talking about a government website. When was the last time a government website actually worked properly? Never.
When was the last time a government actually worked properly?
There
Full
you
stop.
go. Yeah. So
it's all money, isn't it? It's who's greasing whose lucky palms, isn't it?
oh, absolutely. And I actually kind of have a side story here, if you will indulge me for a moment. So I work at a vape shop, and I had a woman come in, and she was like looking around and like looking all over for stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, what can I help you out with? And she was like, oh, I'm looking for a 10 mil bottle. And I'm like, we don't carry 10 mil bottles. We have like 15 is our tiniest one. And I show her a bottle of like, you know, menthol 15 mil, little cheapy kind of like starter kit juice. And she's like, she looks at it and she's like, no, not exactly. She's like, I want something like a fruity flavor. I'm like, well, we have like strawberry and watermelon, that kind of thing. She's like, no, I'm looking for like a really bright label. And I'm like, so wait. What are you doing with this? Like, are you actually going to vape this, or what's going on? She's like, well, I'm educating parents on vaping, and I need to find, you know, a bottle with like, you know, cartoony labels and that kind of thing. I'm like, what? And I'm like,
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, bitch.
yeah. So I was like, excuse me? So she's like, I need one of those like really like bright, colorful, cartoony labels with all the stuff all over it. I'm like, yeah, we don't really have that here. Like, as you can see, you know, I pointed to the 300 other flavors that we have at the shop. I'm like, we don't really cater to that. You know, we try to be a responsible company and only carry the proper labels in our shop. And as you can see, like, big warnings right on the front that said this product contains nicotine. You know, this will be law in August. All the companies are going to have to change their packaging to include a front-facing 20% sticker that says, like, all the stuff behind you, Jay, all the stuff that has the nicotine warnings all over it. That's how it's going to be in America very soon. Yeah, those right there. That's going to be the same thing in America very soon. So
it's one of the biggest things. Sorry to interrupt you. It's one of the biggest things that I think in the vaping community about getting rid of the cartoony stuff on it. I think the TPD, when they clamped down on that, was really good.
Yeah, and I mean, we're kind of following suit, and I don't disagree with that. Like, look, we're trying to be as responsible as possible as an industry. We want to have our brands and our identities, but we want to make sure that people know that it's a tobacco, or, well, a nicotine product. I hate calling it a tobacco product, but it is classified as a tobacco product in the U.S. But, yeah, so the lady was looking for, like, a badly branded, like, child-friendly sort of logo. I'm just like, yeah, we don't really have that. She's like, oh, well, I've seen it all over the place that all these labels are all kid-friendly, and I just want to show parents what they need to look out for. I'm like, okay, well, you know, good luck. You can find it at a different shop if you want, but not here. And she's like, okay, well, do you have the Juul? And I'm like, yeah, I got the Juul. And I said, they also criticize the Juul for being attractive to kids because they're flavors. And she's like, well, yeah, I can see that. I'm like, oh God. So I'm like literally face to face with like the enemy, you know, someone that hates vaping, that hates everything that we're doing. And I'm like, yeah, we're a harm reduction product. I'm trying to like just punch as many facts into her as I can, like metaphorically speaking. I wish I could. Never mind. But yeah. So she just like wasn't having any part of it. So we were looking at like the pod systems, and we're like, these are for people that are looking to quit smoking, that don't want to be as, you know, out, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, as, you know, obvious, you know, they want to keep it hidden, compact, away, you know, they want to be stealthy kind of vaping. And she's like, oh, well, that's what the kids love, you know, they love those little pod systems and that kind of thing because they look like USB sticks. I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you call it, if that's what you want to say. And she's like, oh, that one right there, that looks like a marker. She's talking about the Soren Vagon. And I'm like, that looks like a marker? She's like, yeah, that looks like a marker. Now, when I'm growing up, you know, I think of marker as like, you know, like a pen kind of thing, like a marker. And she's talking about the Vagon, which looks to me like it's almost like a bigger version of this little guy right here, kind of like that. And she's telling me it looks like a marker. I'm like, okay.
Highlighter.
Yeah, but that's such a reach, don't you think? Like, that's just a reach like crazy.
Do you know what she's done there, TNA? Can I put it in another way as well?
Sure.
You know, just say you were sat there in a beer off, right? And she walked into there and she went, right, I want to look at a can of something like that's got kids on it or something that's going to be able to, like a can of Ooch or something like that. And then she goes, well, we've only got like stuff like Carlin and Foster's, whatever. And then they go to, well, what about the flavors? Now, if you look at alcohol, they've got like dark fruits, they've got fruity flavors, they've got this. It's an 18 over in your country, obviously it's 21, isn't it? But it's over 18 products. So what's the difference between this being registered as over 18s can only have it, to alcohol, which is a same addictive substance, is like, which obviously nicotine isn't, but the alcohol is an addictive substance which comes in numerous of different flavors. What's the difference?
Right. So what I told her, and this is something in chat, this motherfucker right here, or this motherfucker, oh my God, this motherfucker here says, remember to agree with people like that. We don't want kids vaping either. And that's exactly what I told her. I said, well, kids aren't allowed in the shop, period. If you're not 18, you can't be in here. There's a sign on the door that says we card, we have to card everyone that doesn't look 27. And we try our best to keep these out of hands of kids as well. And she goes, well, my little nephew is vaping, and he's 13, and he's teaching his 10-year-old brother to vape as well. And I'm like, that's a parenting problem.
Yeah, go and tell your brother or sister who has ever a child is to fucking sort the cunts out then.
She said, my brother...
Vaping.
She said, my brother has 9 kids, and, you know, from 18 all the way down to like 2 months. And you know, one of them's 10 and one of them's 13. And, you know, they're teaching each other. And I'm like, right, well, you have a bunch of kids that you can't keep an eye on all the time.
Too many kids.
Yeah, way too many kids.
That's it.
Well, I've got a television or what?
I was going to say, tell the parents to buy a TV and stop having jiggy jig. They won't have any more kids.
Seriously. And it's just like, if you can't keep an eye on your kids, keep your products out of reach. Like, keep your stuff away from them and keep an eye on them, you know? I don't care what you have to do. You know, beat their ass or whatever. Okay, don't do that.
You sort of got to go back to that sort of thing of when we first ever, Jake obviously was the same sort of age. When we were at school, people were smoking at 13, 14. They were nicking them from the dads, or they were actually buying them from shops or getting people to buy them. So they were smoking at 13, 14, even maybe I've seen people younger smoking. So I'm not saying it's right, or which it isn't right. Now, if these kids are not going on to the stinkies and the vaping, which you shouldn't be doing, it's something that happened years ago that people was starting to smoke. And obviously, there's a big decline, not only people who are just not smoking or vaping at all now, people are just not doing it at all, either vaping or smoking, coming from school. But years and years ago, kids were smoking at 12, 13-year-old.
But now, I mean, we've seen the numbers from 2015 to now. The smoking rate amongst teens has gone down.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, really? The smoking rate amongst teens has gone down? It's like, okay, they're either not picking up cigarettes to begin with at all, or they're now vaping, which I would much rather see a kid vape than smoke a cigarette. But at the end of the day, I'd rather them do neither. Yeah. But you have to understand that, put yourself in their place for a minute and just go, okay, well, I started smoking when I was 16, you know, and I know some of my friends were smoking at like 13, and I just never picked it up until I was 16. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, we all did stuff that was illegal too. You know, for the most of us that were younger age smokers, we were breaking the law as well, but we still managed to get our hands on cigarettes. We still managed to get our hands on all this stuff, one way or the other.
They didn't mind that though, because they were still making money from it. That's what you're failing to realise.
Right.
I mean, I remember when I was at school, my lunch breaks, I used to just go down the local shop and buy singles.
Yeah.
Used to be able to used to buy single cigarettes for 15p.
Which was still totally against the law, because you wasn't allowed to split a pack.
And I'll tell you what, there were kids at school selling them for 10, 15p.
Yep.
I was selling. No.
just while we're on this rounded subject as well, I don't know if any of you have noticed or read about what they're trying to do in Russia. It hasn't been passed through yet, but what they're trying to do is they're going to put a ban that anybody who was born over, I think it's 2020 something, anybody who was actually born over that age are not allowed to smoke, are not allowed to buy cigarettes, not allowed to get any of them, and they're going to put it in so if they're born at that age, they are not allowed to buy cigarettes. Any of you read that?
No.
Yeah, that's what Russia's trying to put through.
Okay.
So if they're born in 2000, I think it's 2021 or 22, when they get to the legal age of it, or which will be banished by then, they're not going to be able to buy cigarettes at all.
Wow.
It's illegal.
I mean, but
could you see America and England going that way, or?
No.
No. Well, what was it? Philip Morris said they're going to stop selling tobacco, right, in Europe, or something along those lines.
Yeah, but how's he going to stop selling tobacco? Does that mean he's going to stop selling the IQOS as well?
Doubt it.
Because that uses tobacco.
Right.
And they class that as a vape product.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they were saying they're going to stop selling cigarettes specifically. They're still going to sell the IQOS. But either way, I think that's ridiculous. You know, yeah, if cigarettes are that bad for you, then why don't they ban them? Argument has been around for a while. And the fact of the matter is, there's too much money in it. There's too much money in the industry. The government is heavily invested in tobacco, and they've been that way for 100 years. So it's not going to stop anytime soon.
Didn't that sort of like come around about when they started in the 80s or 70s, 80s, trying to prosecute big tobacco companies saying that they told them to smoke? And then they did a deal with the government, the big tobacco companies, to actually say, well, look, we'll not take it to court, but you've got to pay us billions a year towards the government.
Yeah, basically that's how it was. It was a payout. Like they just said, look, we're not going to say anything about our product differently, but we'll put the warnings on it like you ask us to. But here's money. So you could start a campaign against tobacco, basically against us. They're paying for their own anti-smoking campaigns, essentially. But who knows where that money goes, let's be honest. And the other thing is they are now being forced to tell you the effects of smoking. Like there's like new laws that are happening now that cigarette companies can't say anything about health. They can't do anything that's like, oh, well, light cigarettes are better for you. Low tar is better for you. All natural is better for you. They can't say anything like that now. It's literally just, look, these are cigarettes. They're on the wall. You know what they are. Yep. Get what you need and leave. Because people are... Go ahead, Mike.
Sorry, I was going to say, as Robbie F has just pointed out, they've now brought out the Lambda system as well now, which uses a standard cigarette.
Really?
Yep. You put a standard cigarette inside the machine and vape it.
What, the about the IQOS?
No, it's similar to the IQOS, but uses a standard cigarette.
Oh, jeez.
But you can use a standard cigarette in IQOS as well.
You probably could, yeah.
That's a good test. That's a good test.
I just wonder how long it will take for a certain magazine to print an article about that one.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that'll be a news topic for another week then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
We'll move straight on away from this one.
Well, I mean, if we could speculate all day long, but
I'm not mentioning names.
Well, yeah, I think we all know, but yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there's too much money in tobacco. That's all there is to it. There's no money for the government in vaping as of right now, and that's what they want to capitalize on. They want the tobacco companies to stay in business somehow, whether it be by their new vaping products that they're buying up left and right, or by just taxing the ever-living crap out of us. And basically we'll end up as the new cigarettes, where they go up every month. A 60 ml bottle of juice will now be $42 or something like that, which is crazy. But in here in the US, like, we're dealing with flavor bans and we're dealing with nicotine taxes, and usually it's a cents per milliliter sort of tax. So my whole thing is, well, look at the TPD restrictions where you have to add your own nicotine to a short fill bottle. And I feel like that could be the way around the taxes for the time being, but they're going to close that loophole before you know it. And a lot of companies will refuse to even bother doing that. They're just not going to sell to that particular state where there's a tax, and that could be industry destroying in that state as well.
You get, like, in America, like with the moonshine and stuff like that. Is there a way of making or extracting your own nicotine at all? Has anybody seen that, or how you do it? Or
I'm not saying how you do it. Obviously, there is a way of doing it, but I've not seen it.
Have you seen it, Nick? Jay?
I mean, something I saw the other day that says most of the nicotine that goes into e-juice is synthetic. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Nic salts, I know that's from the tobacco plant. They extract it, and it crystallizes when they extract it, crystallize into like rocks of salt. That's why it's called Nic salts.
Yeah.
Well, the nicotine normally is derived from tobacco. Yes, that is a thing. So that's the reason that the argument that there's no tobacco in our product is invalid, because there is, technically, if you look at it. And it's like so far from the plant. Basically, it's taking the nicotine that's in a tobacco plant, and the only reason we use a tobacco plant is because it's bred to contain nicotine. Mm-hmm. It's been cultivated over the years to produce the most amount of nicotine.
It's a hybrid.
Right. Yeah. So that's the only reason. So in theory, we could potentially do the same thing if we genetically modify an eggplant to create more nicotine. And that way...
For everybody in the UK, that's an aubergine.
All right, Frenchie.
Yeah. So what's it? What's actually? I didn't know this. So what has it been made with to make nicotine then? What's it? A hybrid? What's been put with it? How does it work?
It's just basically kind of similar how to like marijuana cultivation. Oh God, I've said the word on live. Oh my God.
Too late for the fucking...
But we're talking about something here.
We are. Come on, carry on. Let's do this.
So I'll avoid using that word for the rest of the show. But the way they do it is they take the strongest plants, and they take the seeds from that, and they take the pollen from that, and then they breed it with another strongest plant, and then they breed those two together. Then they basically just kind of go up the chain until it produces the most amount of the chemical possible. And that's the same exact thing as what we could potentially do, and basically breed other plants to create more nicotine that already contain nicotine. Tomatoes, aubergines,
Tobacco plant. Did you ever see that episode where Omar was eating the tomatoes?
Yep. But dude, that could be true. It could be true, because the tomato is part of the nightshade family. Anything that's a part of the nightshade family contains nicotine.
I was going to say that the deadly nightshade plant holds the highest concentrated nicotine out of all the plant life.
So with that's what we could use, in theory, down the line. But we have to have something that can be mass-produced and actually broken down like we break down a tobacco plant to extract the nicotine from it. And we need the highest yield possible. That's the thing that we're dealing with now, is we need a high amount of yield, because if you only get a little bit of nicotine per plant, then it's obviously the tobacco plant is here and an eggplant, aubergine, whatever is here. It's not going to be the same. You're going to need a ton more to create a 60 ml bottle of juice than you would a tobacco plant. So they do have synthetic nicotine. They do have it. It's called tobacco-free nicotine, TFN. However, the company refuses to sell it to just anybody. They're very selective with who they sell it to, because they know that that's a way around the FDA regulations. The FDA has came out and said specifically that they're not going after tobacco-free nicotine. So they're like, whoa, we have a thing. So that could be
another way around it then?
It could be, yeah. But it's probably much more expensive. And the only companies that they're currently dealing with are ISO 9000 labs, I want to say, which is the highest standard possible. It's basically, you can make a freaking space shuttle inside these labs because it's that clean.
What, from an aubergine?
No. It's synthetic. It's synthetic. It's completely synthetic.
I'm going to Mars in an aubergine.
But
would you have salad cream though?
Salad cream is another. Well, we call it something different.
What you call it?
Isn't salad cream like mayonnaise?
No, that's different.
No.
Mate.
All right, what is it then?
Salad cream's more tangier and
So it's like ranch?
Not quite, but.
Do you know what? They've changed the name as well. They're not going to call it salad cream anymore. It's going to be called salad sandwich or something. What? Sandwich cream. It's going to be called sandwich cream. They're going to change the name now.
That's just wrong.
It is. I hate it when they change names of things.
That was a bit of an offshoot there. The thing is, the nick for Nick salts is taken from the waste products of the cigarette industry. I did not know that.
Yeah, well, we're not disputing the fact of where it comes from, but label the things that need to be labelled and don't bother with the other things that don't need to be. It's just fucking...
Obviously, that you know what you were saying about the crystallization and that. Obviously, that's where the salt bit comes from.
It's the way they extract it. It's something to do with the extraction process, and then it leaves nicotine in a crystal form, and then they dilute it into whatever suspension they're diluting it into. Oh, have I gone quiet? Yeah, I turned my shit down because the dog was barking. How's that, people?
Oh boy. We have TBD chiming in saying mayonnaise is thicker than salad cream. Mayonnaise also contains higher proportion of oil and egg yolk. Salad cream and mayo can be used as each other's replacements. It is a smooth and thick, stable emulsion consisting of vegetable oil, water, egg, or egg yolks, vinegar, and an acidifying agent.
Well, put it this way: I wouldn't have a salad cream mayonnaise egg sandwich.
Or tuna.
Ooh.
You can put salad cream in tuna.
I'll try anything once.
You're just wrong.
See, you guys could tell me something's great, and I'd just try it and be like, yeah, it's all right. And you'd laugh at me later.
Haggis. You got to try haggis.
Get to fuck.
Haggis isn't that
I'd
bad,
try it.
actually.
I'd try it.
Haggis is alright. It's like a peppery sausage meat.
Yeah. When you actually learn what's in it, you probably don't want to eat it. But it's a bit like black pudding. I like a bit of black pudding.
Fucking tastes good. I've got some haggis flavoured crisps up there.
Oh,
Have
my
you?
God.
Yeah.
You're all just wrong.
Why? I'm a connoisseur.
You're right.
I'm a connoisseur of haggis.
Food.
This motherfucker says Marmite, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. Some people like it, though.
Marmite's alright.
Nah.
Yeah.
Marmite, nah. Vegemite, nah.
It's alright.
Marmite's minging.
It's not that It's not that I love it, and I don't hate it. I can have it.
I don't smother myself in it.
No, I can have. I can have it in moderation on a slice of toast every now and again.
Hang on, isn't this the wrong show for talking about food anyway?
Oh yeah, shit. What we done?
But, you know, when you sat down there and you're talking about Marmite, I also like dripping. That is beaut. Dripping on toast.
That is just vile.
What that? Do you know what dripping is, Nick? Apart
No.
from, sorry, after show. What it is it's the juices from your meat. So if you stick like a beef joint and you get all them juices, and then it all comes up, and you just scrape that off and put it onto the bread.
Right. So basically, the idea of it, when you cook a roast joint and then you tip the juices out into a little glass jar, it'll separate. You get the lardy stuff on top and then the jelly stuff underneath.
Yeah.
And you have to break through the lard shit and scoop the jelly stuff on. Yeah.
Yeah, you put the lard bit on as well.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay.
Oh, the old lard, bit of lard, there's no wrong with it.
Okay, that's a bit much.
Yeah, stick it on, mate. It tastes beautiful, you love it.
That's just putting melted fat on your bread.
But yeah, but like the jelly stuff, though. The jelly stuff
What do
is
you think
just.
butter is?
It's one molecule away from plastic. Oh no, that's margarine.
No, that's not butter, that's margarine. Margarine is one molecule away from.
I don't use either of them either. I use olive oil spread.
Yeah.
I just eat my bread dry. Dry white toast.
I can tell you after show.
Don't try it till you knock it. I've tried it. I didn't like it.
Yeah. We went. Vaping with Mobro says, "Where the hell is this show going?" Yeah, we went from like one topic to another topic completely. Yeah.
Lil bro, he's very northern because he said bear off. I don't know if you know what bear off is, Nick. It's an off license.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the best thing about it, they call it a liquor shop.
A liquor shop.
You licked the shop.
No, it's usually the windows.
Aww,
Like from Grand Theft Auto 5, it's Liquor Ace. Think about it.
Again, after show.
and you crumpets, Nick. I'll never forget the fact that you ate raw crumpets.
I wasn't kidding when I said I eat my toast dry, like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, that wasn't even toast.
What, you're from the Blues Brothers?
Fair enough. I eat my crumpets untoasted. How about that?
How about that? That's the thing. That's a thing right there. Right fucking there, that's a thing. He done it.
But no one told me to do it. No one told me to toast it. I don't know. How the hell should I know how you prepare
So
your food?
next time you come
So
over,
you
we're gonna have to
just
get you
chewed
toasted
it.
ones.
Yeah, it was chewy.
It was all floppy. You had to give it a good old yank.
I see what you did there. Nice.
He's on the phone. He's on the phone.
I blame him there. Oh, there.
So you actually ate a raw crumpet?
Not just one.
Mate, I was there.
I didn't eat two.
Full fucking fry up.
No, I had one.
This is me.
So did you not sort of work out when you ate the first one that were a bit?
It was chewy.
What about the crumpet?
Oh, God.
These damn Brits, they have so many chewy things.
Look, it's just like you trusting me with the directions, all right? Why? Why would you trust me with directions? It's not my country. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I am. Like, I'm just along for the ride.
You're not a true American if you couldn't find beer.
That's true. Well, like I said, my beer radar was just off that day. I don't know what it was.
Damn right it was off.
Yeah, trouble is Nick was trying to use a sat nav, not a twat nav.
And Bill Richards says, "Do you eat raw toast, aka bread?" Sometimes. That I butter, ironically.
See, the good thing about crumpets, they're a bit like a sponge as well, because when you get loads of layer pack and just ram it on it.
Oh, mate, it all soaks through the bottom. Oh.
Yeah, you sat there, you're dribbling it all the way down your chin and everything. That's what a beer's good for. So
You know what I think? Soakage. You know what I think crumpets would be really good for? Making mini pizzas. That's what I would do.
that's typical American, isn't it?
Well, sometimes we use English muffins as like little mini pizzas.
Would you like
Is
fries
that
with
weird?
that?
Is that weird? I mean, does anyone else? I don't know if how many more Americans I have watching.
We have a thing in our house called pizza toast.
Uh-huh.
So you toast one side under a grill, not in a toaster, obviously. You toast one side of the bread, pull it out on the soft side, put a bit of like tomato puree, onion, bit of whatever, cheese, then toast it the other side. Pizza toast.
So really, what it is it's a toasted cheese sandwich with a bit of pepperoni, tomato on it.
It's pizza toast, man.
Yeah.
It sounds delicious. I'd probably eat it.
It's
I'd
good.
eat it.
Some good shit.
Stephen Whitlock says black pudding is good, cooked or uncooked.
It's
Oh,
got to
eat
be
it raw. Have it.
No.
Eat it raw.
Surely
not
black
raw.
pudding raw is just drinking a pint of blood.
before it's made.
I don't think it's quite as bad as that, is it?
No, it's got to be cremated. I've got to have it like
Cremated?
like so it's crunchy.
No, it's you.
No,
Ugh.
you like lard though,
Absolutely
so.
for you. It's the same as you. Obviously, like I said, I'm northern, so you have different stuff. See, we have a thing called a pitman's dinner. So you just grate loads of cheese on a plate, stick an egg in the middle of it, stick it underneath the grill. All the cheese all goes over, and your egg obviously cooks in the middle. Loads of vinegar and salt on it. Just cut it with a couple of slices of bread.
How's that meant to fill you up?
Cheese on a plate. What? When you listen to me, when you've grated half a cathedral, you know them great big chunks of cathedral. Whew.
You're a fucking baller, mate. Cheese is expensive, like in big blocks like that.
But you know, cheese. I've heard that cheese is addictive,
Yeah, gives you nightmares and all.
but it's like even more addictive than like smoking. Like it's addictive. It's like actually addictive, and it's
I'm
hard
fat,
to
but I'm
quit.
not addictively fat.
Dude, I don't know. See, I would be addicted to cheese if it didn't upset my stomach. You know, I have like kind of like mild lactose intolerance. Like I can handle a little bit of cheese, but too much, not fun.
I bet you like a bit of elm cheese, don't you, Nick?
Oh God, I'll never hear the end of it. I heard things as cheese appeals to children. There you go.
Yeah. Can I have something with a cow on it?
Yeah, I want a cartoon cow on the label.
I don't want it to be laughing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sat there going around with Dairy Lee. Look, it's going to go for your children. It's going to go for your children.
Could you imagine the advocates against cheese? Well, they're just called vegans. Never mind.
Yeah.
Think of the kids, damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. We do have a cheese over here that has a cartoon cow on it, don't we?
Yeah, and it's laughing, ironically.
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
What's it called?
What's it called?
It's not called Laughing Cow, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Someone needs to Photoshop Mike on the Laughing Cow logo or something. That would be good.
Someone just like screenshot a thought bubble coming out of it.
You know, that one with the cow laughing. What's it called?
They've got one of the cheese, haven't they, with a cow? Just laughing. What's it called? What's that thing called? What's got lights on it and stops traffic?
A moo.
You know, we call ourselves a vaping show.
We're vaping.
Yeah, we are just actively vaping, and we're not even talking about it.
Not
Oh.
with cheese.
We cover it. We like. It's like the slalom. Vaping this side,
Food this
everything
side.
else this side, and it's
Yeah.
like.
Fair enough. I can't wait for the call-in to be ready to go again.
Oh.
That's going to be good.
That's
Oh,
gonna be
man.
amazing. I'm really looking forward to that.
As soon as we can figure out this echo issue,
What echoes fixed?
we'll get right on it.
Jay's vaping cheese.
Oh, could you imagine? Ugh.
Vape, chill, and spread. Sat there with Philadelphia all over it, son. That's what you want. A bit of Philadelphia. I'm getting hungry.
Funny you should
That's
say
Big
that.
Mac's, cheese,
Pepperonis.
pepperami.
Bit of an animal.
Yeah.
I don't know. What food? What American food do you guys find weird?
All of it.
I don't know. I like jerky.
I
Yeah,
love
but-
jerky. Yeah.
You don't have jerky over there?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
Yeah, it costs a
Oh,
fucking
okay.
fortune over here, though.
I
It's
love
just
it.
smoked meat.
It's air dried, isn't it?
Well,
Dehydrated.
You could do either or.
It's
I
dehydrated.
tell you what, though, them little tiny packets that you get with them, they taste horrible.
Mm. Oh, yeah, the silicon gel. You probably eat them in the vape packages too, right? Oh, look, oh, they give you a little treat with it.
A bit crunchy these.
Yeah. Dries
Keeps me
my
dry, though.
mouth out. Yeah.
Dry mouth.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Look up a vape related question quick.
Wait,
Is pepperoni a curse word?
wait, is there a vapor related question in chat? Did I miss something? Is pepperoni a curse word?
Sorry.
I can't think of anything that the Americans have that I think, meh. Oh, except peanut butter and jelly. I don't think I fancy
Peanut
that.
butter and jam. Oh my god.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
How could
Anyway.
you not like that?
Alright, Simon Davies. Hi everyone. What is your favourite device released this year so far? Mine at the moment, I think I'm loving the Puma right now. It's so lightweight, it's just, yeah.
That one.
Wow, I ain't had the pleasure of that. Right,
For me
Mike.
so far, it's going to be the either the grip or
Ooh.
that, the Enforcer.
Ooh.
I like the Enforcer. I kind of came around on that one.
It's a nice mod.
Yeah, it looks nice. Let's see. We have someone says burgers on donuts. Dude, that's good, especially with bacon.
What the fuck?
It's really good. Like a glazed
Donuts
donut.
and burgers.
Yeah,
A glazed donut.
Yes.
That's just taking it one step like past the brioche level. Oh yeah, I'll have a glazed, mate. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, one with the hole in the middle. Yeah.
yeah, with a burger on it.
I want a bagel with sugar on. Yeah, that's the one.
What, you don't have glazed donuts over there?
Yeah, we do, but
Yeah,
we
we
don't
don't
fucking
put
make
burgers.
burgers out of them.
Why not? It's delicious. Try it. Just try it. Telling
That's
you.
Americans all over that, isn't it?
I had one with just a burger, cheese, and bacon, and that was good. And then I actually went another step and had onions and ketchup on it as well. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, I'm telling you.
But with icing on it as well.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. They had
Did you get some
You
hundreds
just don't
and
look at
thousands?
Mike's face.
No, it's
You
good.
can't do that.
It's good.
Strawberry
I'm telling you.
syrup.
It's sweet, it's savory all at once, and it's just like all these different kinds of flavors. It's
I
good.
suppose you can have a fucking, you know, all you got to do is dip it in some seafood sauce, and then you got a 3-course meal in one.
Yeah.
There you go. Just eat the middle bit first, and then save the donut for last, and then eat that. There you go.
Okay, like scrambled eggs, bacon, and syrup. Yeah, I get that on pancakes. Okay, yeah, but glazed donuts.
Syrup.
Nah.
It's pretty close to the same concept. Sweet, savory at the same time. Peanut butter and jelly is delicious. Just have to say that. Tater tots. Why?
Mike just
I don't
looks
know.
like he's about to puke. No, when I was looking at Mike a minute ago, I just thought he looked like a bald, unimpressed Princess Leia.
Princess Leia.
He's deep in thought. Look into his eyes. He's deep in thought, thinking about this cow that laughs still. Sorry.
Like, how can a cow laugh?
We need you, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We need you, Obi-Wan Kenobi. We've run out of donuts.
Oh shit.
I like Krispy Kremes.
You like frisky friends?
Krispy Kreme.
Frisky. Oh my god.
Krispy Kremes with bacon and all that lot in it. Fuck no.
Burger,
Come on,
cheese,
man.
bacon,
It's a fat kid's dream.
onions. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Do you use the real onions or them freeze dried like
No, like
dehydrated?
chopped white onion. Yeah. Or whole. You can do the rings if you want. Depends.
No, I'm not into doing rings.
Let's see. Okay, wait. What else? I want to see what other people think of American food. Americans have pancakes with everything. It's not true. Just because the International House of Pancakes just turned into a burger place, apparently. I don't know if you guys know about that at all, but that's just ridiculous.
Oh, grumpy old vapor. Crisps covered in chocolate is a thing.
I'd try it. Everything covered in chocolate, everything covered in cheese. Yeah, pretty much everything you can get covered in chocolate or cheese over here. Bacon bits on donuts, that's amazing. Yeah. Someone said grits. That's a big thing down south, and them's are fighting words. If I was from the south, I'd be highly offended. I mean, I don't mind grits. Grits are good, but they're
Fuck a grits.
I don't know. And this
It's
is from
grits,
the
man.
and this is from the man that eats Brussels sprout curry.
Yeah. Sprouts in curry, guaranteed to make you toot.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, you don't want to be having a fan in your bedroom, do you, if you're having a Brussels sprout curry?
Yeah, you want a
Leave that
fan,
to
but he
the
wants
light.
to be an
It's
extraction
something
fan.
The other thing says, Prementi Brothers would not go over well here or there. Yeah, Prementi Brothers, it's like 2 pounds of meat or more on a sandwich. It's like a whole cow in between 2 crackers.
That's absolutely fantastic. I'd eat that all day.
So Diathing says, "What do you mean South? Don't you have waffle houses?" Well, no, like
We don't have Waffle Houses. No.
we have brick houses.
The Waffle Houses start right around the West Virginia line area, and then south of there.
Is that in the wood where the Wicked Witch lives?
Yeah.
Next to the gingerbread house and all that.
Eating a chocolate-covered wafers.
Rocky Road.
Sorry, blue ribbons.
Let's see. Seattle has coffee on everything. I don't know.
I
we-
always love them, you know, like them deep south barbecue shacks where they've got like loads of pork and all that, and they just put all them glazes on it and all them ribs. I could just sit there all week and eat that.
Oh yeah, The good ones are if they serve it in a styrofoam, or what do you call styrofoam? You call it something else.
Polystyrene.
Polystyrene tray, and you get like you get a piece of cornbread, you get a rack of ribs, you get some pulled pork, you get some sausages. Oh, delicious.
I've never tried cornbread, but every time I hear cornbread, I always think of the Green Mile. You want me some cornbread? That's what I always think of. I'll take the pain away. Don't touch there again.
Wagons, what's going on?
Cornbread is really good, especially with honey butter.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Let's see.
Honestly, I'm just, like that man versus food. There's a lot of them. As long as it's not massively hot, because I'm not really into burning my mouth off. But massively meaty, I just, whoa.
Mr. Shed, do you have a cooking stove in your shed? No, it's not a shed.
You should get a microwave or something. Right?
I've got a barbecue out
there. We have a vape question.
Where?
Just ordered Think Vape Finder. Wait, what? Think Vape Finder DNA 250C for about £100 with postage. Did I do a good choice?
At DNA 250C colour, under 100 quid, yeah.
Yeah, that is a good price.
The chip's worth that alone.
There you go.
That's the postage as well.
What the fuck are oink balls?
That's right. Vapor Swaggins is over in the UK right now.
Is he really?
Yeah. I don't know where he is. He's said he just got it back in from Wales, and he said it's hot.
It's hotter than a motherfucker.
Brown sauce. Yes, brown sauce. All the brown sauce.
Right, what brown sauce though?
It's got to be Daddy's.
Oh, HP
I don't know
Fruity.
the difference.
HP Fruity is the one, I think.
Bit of Daddy's sauce.
This motherfucker wants to know about the Drop Dead so far. Okay. So far, this is another little vlog preview here, because I actually wrapped up my video and built this thing for today, because I wanted to give you guys my first thoughts on it. Does anyone else have the Drop Dead yet?
Nope.
HP all the way. Sorry.
So, first thoughts are airflow from the airflow from the Dead Rabbit with drop holes, adjustable, of course. The little notchy looking thing there on the front is purely aesthetic, which is kind of dumb because I really wish they did it drop style. Instead, they did these little tabs. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. They did a little tab on the front there.
Show me the bellas in.
And it's not quite the same. It doesn't have that same sort of like feel to it. Like with the drop, it locked into place really nicely. This one here, not terrible, but not as good as the drop. One thing you can do with this is rotate it around, so you can adjust your airflow left to right a little bit, which is kind of cool. But the build deck is drop style with the little posts. It's wide enough in the middle so that you can still do kind of those cross post builds. You know, you can kind of build it in the same sort of style there. But there's plenty of room in the deck to mess around with stuff if you want to. And I mean, so far it's so good with it. It's not a bad little RDA. I'm getting really dense vapor out of it, which is good. But it's pretty much no innovation. There's really nothing spectacularly new about this one. If you already own a Dead Rabbit, then this one's not going to be all that much better. I really, there's not that much of the drop in this one for me to say, yes, just go out and buy one of these right now. Personally, I wish it had drop airflow because I preferred the drop airflow over the Dead Rabbit, but that's just me.
Right. Right, back to food.
Back to food.
What is Yorkshire relish?
What?
Yorkshire relish.
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure either. And
Oh, fucking hell. It can't be a real thing if Aiden's not heard of it.
I'm quite sure of what Yorkshire relish is.
I've done that for years.
He's Googling it. He's actually Googling it.
Oh.
Nick.
Is it?
No,
Oh.
I'm reading chat right now. Bill Richards says the tab is so that you can aim the air at the center of the coil. I mean,
for the...
I have it wide open, so the air is just kind of going. No matter if I adjust it left or right, it's all gonna go straight at the coil. And I'm one that I don't really cut off my airflow ever. I'm like wide open all the time. That's what she said.
Woo, akimbo.
But I don't know. For people that cut off their airflow, I suppose that feature could be helpful. But for
What
me,
is the best RDA that you've had? Jay, we'll go to Jay first for the airflow.
Nick Salts.
Rhett's Nick Sol.
I'm still totally in love with the Bonza. I just love it for everything.
What about you, Mike?
Like Jay said, the Bonza. The other one I like is the Mini Buddha V2.
Nick?
this year or just all time?
All time.
I still love my Recoil Rebel. That's like definitely like right there on the top. I mean, there's a lot of competition right now.
Snakebite or quad?
Quad with the top 2 airflow holes closed. But the reasoning behind that is because I like to position my coils a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So the airflow goes under the coil and up like that. So that's why I do it. Or sometimes I can do 3 open or whatever. Sometimes if it's a really hot build in there, I'll do all 4 open. So yeah, I mean my typical massive airflow. But the Reverie is creeping up to the top of that list because this thing is smooth, and I've got a single coil in here right now, and just the vapor production is outstanding.
What power is that on?
It's a mech.
Oh.
It's a parallel.
Oh yeah.
It's a single 0.14 ohm alien. But these like single coil RDAs right now are starting to take over for me, especially with squonking.
See, one of my one of my favourites was the Buddha and the Buddha 2. I like the Buddhas.
Yep, Vapors Cloud Buddhas are good.
I've never actually used one, so I can't really comment. I have used the Rebel though, the Recoil Rebel, and I do prefer that in Snakebite. I don't know why. But I don't own one, so.
Oh. You should get one.
What's your sort of favourite vape then? Are you a cold vapor or you're a hot vapor or?
I guess hot, because every time I describe something as like it's a pretty warm to hot vape, people comment and say, that thing is scorching. Oh my God, I built the same exact thing and it's scorching hot. I'm like, I guess I like a hot vape then.
Yeah.
It depends. Different flavours for me. Different things.
Yeah.
I always have my airflow massively open. I've always been. I'm not into these tight, draw, warm vapes. I like it more airy.
I like an airier vape than a tighter airflow for sure, but it just depends on, what flavor too.
Deadly
What?
Sinners 88.
No. Oh God. Wait, how are we arranged in the stream here? Oh my God, yeah. It's kind of creepy. Aw.
There's nothing wrong with an airy vape.
At least Mike didn't get called a granddad. I mean, there's that.
The drop solo is going to be a recurve killer.
Times to do that.
I do actually like the recurve. Single coil, like a single coil idea. I do actually like it.
Oh, that's definitely a good argument there. Someone asked us on the Vape Stew show the other night, which one do we think is going to be better, the drop solo or the recurve? And I'm like, well, I love the recurve, and I'm expecting good things out of the drop solo, but I don't know if one's going to be a killer of the other one. I think they're going to be, their own sort of equivalency, if you know what I mean there. It's like different, but equally as good.
But the beard styles are almost identical to
It's true. Dude, Aden, just dye like just 2 little tufts right here, like white.
I'm gonna be on the sides here. What will I look like?
I'll just trim mine down to a goatee. There you go.
You know, he ended up looking like that. He looked like that film off of Four Lions. Have you seen that, Jay? Four Lions. I'll have 12 bottles of bleach, please.
Arif says the Og Vape Templar is also really good, and I agree. I love my Templar, and I still go back to it. That's like, it's a smaller chamber airflow dual coil, so it's a very hot vape for me because I built it like 0.14 and vape at about 80 watts or so. So yeah, that thing is a very hot vape for me, but I do like it, I guess. I guess I like a hot vape.
Kennedy has got a really good airflow. The only thing is, I'm a messy fucking dripper, and I ain't got time to be precision dripping, man. I just want to squeeze in.
Paint them coils.
Fucking damn right.
Put it this way, Nick, at the moment, I'm on 115 watts on a 0.1 build.
I didn't know mechs were adjustable.
In that.
Damn.
What you got in there?
Set of Shane's Fralians.
No, juice.
Oh, the juice. That is Spearmint Millions.
Okay.
IVG.
115 watt. What does everybody else normally? I'm normally around about 60 to 70 watt.
17.
Yeah, well, obviously you with the mouth to lung. If I've got something in there, or like the mantra or something like that, I'm saying.
Normally, yeah, I'm about 75, 80 watt tops.
I'm at 80. I've kind of toned down my wattage a little bit recently. This one's at 80. This one's at 69. But
don't worry, TC. The mech's there.
Mike using a regulator mod.
But I really do enjoy the whole, like, the figuring of Ohm's law and whatnot, because I have, like I said, a 0.14 single coil in here. That's with stainless steel cores. And it all has to do with what wires you use, how many wraps you have, and all that. And just figuring out the best build for a mechanical device that makes, the best vape quality. That's the fun part of building for me personally. Yeah. It's kind of like tinkering around until you figure something that's just right for your style of vaping. Like
that looks like all go to hell as far as I'm concerned. Nichrome 80, fast ramp up, job done.
Yeah,
what? Round wire?
I buy my coils because I'm a bit idle, or I get them sent, and it's just whack it in. If you taste alright, then I'm fine. That's just so hard work.
Whoop.
So easy peasy.
Broke his keyboard with a mod.
No. Well, this grip likes to fall over on me.
So we got coil image. Was that Mike? Fuck him.
Of course it was Mike.
Animal.
Burping pig, laughing cow. Coil image 105 for him, or for me in a 0.1. Arif 70 to 80. Tempestus, if I can have even said that right, 60 at the moment. 114 watts, dual coils 0.14. Goon 4 volts for J Jarry. Vegas Ale 37 watts. Random numbers, man. I like to be like random on the numbers. Like I'll have something stupid like, I don't know, 61.3 just so when people look at, oh, what's your vaping? Yeah, that, and it just throws them off like, why ain't it a round number? Yeah.
To say Vegas Ale says 37 watts at a 0.28. It comes out to 3.2 volts, and that's like on the low side. But I guess that would be good if you're at like a poker table or something. You don't want to like blow a massive cloud in front of everybody.
A poker table?
Well, yeah, he's a big poker player. He's in Vegas. He always chimes in while he's like at the casino. He's like, "Hey guys, we've got a big hand here. Gonna have to check out for a bit."
this motherfucker here, 0.14 dual at 105.5. Sounds like a radio station. 105.5.
105. Vape channel.
VAPE.
Ah, I was just about to read your comment then, Stephen. Oh, can you deleted it? Oh no, Nightbot deleted it. What a twat.
Oh,
I'll
God.
read it anyway.
Oh wow, that's a lot of numbers.
We 0.08 to 0.1 at 4.2 volts, 0.22 to 0.3 at 8.4, and 0.7 at 16.8 volts.
Oh, I do have a bit of news to kind of. We go a little bit long, I guess, but I do have a bit of news that was breaking last night, actually.
You dropped a plate.
So, what?
You dropped a plate.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, so we're in a big chat over here. There's a bunch of reviewers in this chat, and Matt Cully, aka Suck My Mod, chimed in about the new mod that is coming out from some company that has Suck My Mod written on it. And he said, he posted on Instagram last night, this isn't my mod, although I'd love the royalties, haha, kind of thing, and he tagged the company that was making it. And the company that made it actually commented and said, oh, ha, we didn't know who you were. We are in China. We don't know who you are. Ha, ha, ha. We just thought that was funny and put it on our mod. And then they're like, and Matt kind of commented back and was like, well, you're kind of using my name and to sell your mod. So that's not cool. And, it's not very nice of you to do that sort of thing. And the guy's like, well, we came up with that statement a long time ago, and we can use it because it's just a phrase. We can use any phrase we want because your name is the same thing doesn't mean we can't use it. And they were being very defensive about the whole situation. So then began the battle. There was just a huge thread of comments of people going, saying to the mod company, you guys are dumb, you guys are, defaming Matt and all this, you're ripping off Matt's brand and all this, because Suck My Mod is on hardware, SMM, Suck My Mod. So the company's like, oh, well, we didn't know about it, so there's nothing you guys can do to us. And we're kind of going back and forth in the chat saying how well, if you think about it, they're probably not going to sell a ton of mods because they're probably not going to sell in America, especially now that you've kind of called them out on it and people know that it's not your mod. And Matt Suck My Mod has 60,000 followers on Instagram and their page has 600 followers. But they were being so defensive about it, and their argument was just terrible. Plus, he was using translation software from Chinese, and it just didn't translate at all. It was
what did it say? Suck mod my?
No, it said suck my mod, clear as day. And they said, oh, well, we got this phrase from 2014. And Matt was like, oh, well, my brand was out since 2013, so you still kind of stole it. And they're like, well, we didn't know. And it's like, oh, my God.
If they use the same font as what he uses as well?
I don't think Matt really has a standard font. He's changed his logo a couple of times, but it's basically the wording is the issue here.
Yeah, but what he can, if you can literally jump on that quick and just fucking copyright that shit, and then really, there you go.
He's filed for trademark.
Yeah.
So he's already filed for trademark, and Matt also looked before he started his channel if there was anyone else called Suck My Mod out there at all. He delved deep into the internet to try to find it, and there was none. So it turns out that they dug up a video from 2014 that was a guy, it was a cloud blowing video, and the guy had a shirt on, and on the back it said Suck My Mod. And he said, that's where we got it from. And Matt was like, yeah, that video was after I came out with my channel. And yeah, other people have used it for articles of clothing and whatnot, but you're selling hardware. I sell hardware with my name on it, which is Suck My Mod. You're selling hardware with my name on it, which is Suck My Mod. They're like, oh, well, the mod's name is 99.96 because it's 99.96% copper or whatever. And he's like, yeah, but it still says my name on it. It says Suck My Mod, and people are getting confused. He's like, well, the company was saying, well, that's their fault, and we'll issue a refund if they want it, but we're still going to sell the product.
Sounds a bit fishy to me, doesn't it, Laughing Cow?
Right fucking there, shed dweller.
Oh, sorry, burping pig. Sorry.
Mike, just don't buy one.
Great area because the thing is, you know, like I don't know, the name of it, suck my mod, is obviously what you do. You actually do that, don't you? You suck your mod.
Right, but the whole thing with Suck My Mod, if you guys have any interest in Matt and his channel at all, Suck My Mod came from Matt yelling at V, his wife, saying, "Babe, come here, suck my mod," you know, trying to get her to vape whatever he was vaping on. And that's where the whole channel name came from. And he's been using that since 2013. And
Yeah.
their ignorance to that is no excuse to use it. And they proposed the argument. He said, well, the Chinese guys were like, hey, there's a company called Kennedy. Do you think they're paying royalties to the name of Kennedy? And other people, not Matt, in the comments thread were saying, well, his name is Kennedy, so yeah, he can use that name. So I just think their supposed ignorance to the situation is bullshit, if you ask me, because Chinese people know a lot about American reviewers and, well, every reviewer.
I don't know what leg he'd have to stand on, like, with it going into court. I don't know what would happen. And to be honest with you, if they're only not a very well-known company, how many units are they going to be shifting anyway?
I've got a super awesome vape show on my mod. Really?
Oh, well, you'll be hearing from our lawyers then. I'm just kidding.
Did you meet Steve at Expo? Did he come up and say hello to you?
Who's that?
He probably did.
Steve Nichols?
Right, nice bloke, really nice. I'm nearly certain he spoke to all of you who were there.
Yeah.
Really nice
Yeah.
bloke.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, I just think it's ridiculous that a company is claiming ignorance and they're saying, oh, well, we can still use it, haha. There's really nothing that Matt can really do, and he doesn't really care to. It's just an unfortunate situation, and I would highly suggest you guys go check out.
They clearly fucking knew what they was doing. It's all a marketing strategy.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
not being funny. His RDAs are made in China anyway with Potofo, aren't they?
yeah,
The nudge RDAs.
You see, when you've got a name such as like Grim Green, you know, if they stuck that on there, there's not anything.
but there's nothing that Grim Green could even do about that. It's China, man. China they don't care. They
Yeah.
do not care.
You just got to look at like the fantasy and the Fanta range and all that, what you get.
But it's all about, like, you know, having some sort of respect. But bottom line is they shot themselves in the foot with this one, because now they really can't sell that mod in the US. Because if it comes out to US distributors, Matt will go after them saying, "Bah, can't sell that. That's mine." You know, because he has filed for trademark in the US. But trademark law and all that, they don't care about it in China. That you've seen it time and time again with the Star Wars characters on the caps.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, they don't care.
There's nowhere to take it as well in China. They're just going to blow it out of court.
They're just done it to make money, as much money as they possibly can.
Oh, well, they were saying, well, we didn't do it to make money. We didn't know about you before this whole thing. And they're like, we don't think that your name is going to sell more of our mods and this kind of thing. But they've been making posts as well, trying to kind of defend themselves. So just go check out Matt at Suck My Mod on Instagram, and check out that thread, and also check out their page and see what they've been posting recently, because it's all out war now with Matt.
He's got on YouTube now. He's got quite a number on YouTube, hasn't he?
At least 200,000, I want to say.
A bit more than that, mate. I thought
Probably more, yeah. I haven't checked in a while, but yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much all the topics that I've got for tonight. I'm out. I'm spent.
Mike, you're getting pretty close to the 1K, aren't you, mate?
Pretty close, yeah. About the 960, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Getting there.
I don't even know. I haven't checked what I'm on in a long time.
When you tried to hit that, it was nice to be able to monetize your channel, but they all changed it, didn't they? Where you're gonna have 4,000 viewing hours.
Yeah, it is what it is.
4,000. Yeah, you got that shit, surely.
I've got to check our view counts and all that for the Sabs channel. We're sitting at 943 subscribers right now. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you click that button because we would like to get up to 1,000 on this channel. That'd be awesome.
And if you haven't done so already, give us a thumbs up if you like the show.
There you go, shameless plug. And
give a thumbs up for the show.
everyone is linked. Everything is linked down there in the description. You have our Facebook page. We have our meme group where you can post funny memes and screen caps.
Oh yes, going on. Have you seen the meme group recently?
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Someone fucking found a trailer being towed down the motorway with the number plate LVC on the end of it.
I thought that was brilliant.
Shit.
They said it's the mobile shed. But yeah, everyone's channel is linked down there. If you're not subscribed to any one of us, which I would highly encourage you to do, because we all are excellent reviewers, in my opinion.
Yes, and also our lovely new glamorous assistant over there in the corner.
Yes, welcome once again, Aden.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to be on the show.
Thank you for being a part of this wonderful, glorious thing that we call Sabs.
It's been a good giggle, hasn't it? I've really enjoyed it.
/ food.
Yeah. / food. Super awesome food show. Call it SAFs now.
Yeah. Come vape with me.
For reals. Just good banter and bollocks. Bullocks.
And you know, we were on time today, but we were just shy of having a perfect show with no technical difficulties. So close.
Yeah, but I pulled it out the
thing
bag.
is, I just can't understand how it just popped up halfway through. We were fine at the beginning.
It does it all the time with Zoom.
No clue.
Right.
It does it all the time. It does it with the other one as well.
Is everybody around or not?
What do you mean?
Are you around now?
For what?
After show.
No, I can't do an after show.
I'll do a short after show, share.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm happy to participate.
Okay then, after show my channel.
Yay! Party at Jay's channel. Woo!
Ooh, I need the views. I need the content.
You need the view hours, right?
I have just literally, seriously, I've just been so bogged down with everything that I'm doing at the moment. Like, I've got like loads of stuff happening in the background of things.
Excuses.
But it's all going to be revealed very soon.
Very soon.
Why do I feel like you should put on like a top hat and like have like a cape and be like whoosh, ta-da,
Halakazam.
yeah. So after show on Jay's channel, you want to go around and do your goodbyes?
Yeah, we'll say 9:30 UK time.
Yes.
Yes, there is. Okay then. What happened to the phone-in? Joe, that will be getting back up and running very, very soon. I just wanted... We're trying a new platform on which we're streaming from, and we needed to get that right, which obviously we clearly didn't do tonight, but it's in the right direction. So once we get all that sorted, and then yes, bang, it will be live phone-ins. I've got the little control panel sitting here, all ready to roll for the phone-ins. So yes, it will be coming very soon, within the next episode or two. So yeah, right. Who's gonna say their goodbyes? Well, fuck it, I'm talking. Might as well be me, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'd like you all to welcome Aden as well. He's gonna be a brilliant co-host. He fits in really well with the crowd. And yeah, I'm sure like good things are gonna come. And yeah, I appreciate you joining us. And you know, it's gonna be great. So thanks for tuning in. We was on time. It wasn't Jay's fault. Hashtag that.
Finally.
So, yeah, finally. So yeah, vape on and vape safe. Over to Nick.
Bye everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you know, all that stuff. Make sure you're subscribed, liked, all that. And the show's getting slowly better and better every single week. And now with the addition of Aden, I think we are feeling ourselves again, you know. I like this new format. I like the fact that we can see everyone at the same time. So if someone's picking their nose, you can tell, but yeah. until next week, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out the door. I'd be much appreciative of that. I'm going to pass it off to Mike.
Okay, thank you everyone for tuning in once again. If it wasn't for you guys, there would be no show. So, thank you. And as everyone else has said, welcome Aden, new full-time cast member. Excellent to have you on the show. And Squeaky One J. So, yeah, I will be on next week as well. No, I won't.
Yay.
No, I won't be on next week because I'm working next Sunday.
Boo.
Yeah. So, I have to do a week tour and then I have to work the weekend as well. What kind of fuckery is that?
Oh, man. That's a bummer.
Well,
yeah. You'll be missed, Mike.
Over to Aden.
Just want to say thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be on the show. You guys are absolutely fantastic. It just feels like we've been doing this for ages together. Absolutely brilliant. Real pleasure to be on the show. Once again, I'd like to say absolutely brilliant to chat. You made the show as well. You've all kept us going and giggling. You've been absolutely fantastic. Once again, if you've not gone over to subscribe to any of these guys, make sure you go and find their channel and make sure you press that subscribe button to find out their brand new reviews because they're all corking reviewers. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here for the show. And make sure you are here next week, same time, if we're on time, Jay.
Cushy. Right. So, 21:30 after show, my place. Oh, yeah. Cushy. So, yes, there will be a little after show tonight. Don't know how long it's going to run on for, but there will be something. So, yeah. Nice one, guys. Blue fleck clouds.
Woo!
No need of a big mod.
Oh,